Hey, we are back for another installment of our Director's Commentary series. Today we're looking at Instant Connection, which is Joshua and Kristin's film. And it was a gorgeous film. It was a beautiful wedding.
Bakersfield Country Club.
Bakersfield Country Club. Super emotional.
That's good.
We always love that.
That's a good one.
We're sappy, so we like that.
Bride and groom were really excited about video, so.
Yeah, that was
In fact,
fun.
I think the bride walked. What's the story of how you met Kristin?
Yeah. So I was leaving the studio for a shoot, and Kristin just knocked on the door and was like, "Hey!"
You're like literally heading out the door,
I'm like leaving, and she's like, "Hey, I want to book you guys for my wedding," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, great! I actually have to go,
busy
but
right
let's
now,
schedule a meeting." And
Yeah.
so then they came and sat down with us and just told us how much that they loved our work and they were just huge fans. And she's like, "I've been watching your videos and I got married, I got engaged, and so I want you guys to do my wedding." And we were open for her date, so it was perfect.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so it was a lot of fun. So let's take a look at Josh and Kristin's film.
Joshua looked over and saw Kristin, and he decided in that moment, I'm going to go take a look and maybe talk to this girl.
So this opening credit sequence, you worked a lot. Josh was like, I don't remember how many different versions you had of the beginning sequence of how do I start this film? It's such a good film. How do I start it? You know, sometimes that's a dilemma of this is all good, but the transition from here to here or there here to here, that's difficult. And I remember you just showing me so many different versions like, should we start with this? Should we start with this? Should we start with the fountain? Should we start with the venue? You know, just back and forth, and it turned out really well.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a lot of versions to
Yeah.
get the right version.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
This must have gone well because when Kristin got home, she couldn't stop talking about some guy she'd just met.
I love this
handsome
story.
guy.
It is so cute. I love how they
just
started
remember,
out.
like just walking in and seeing Josh for the first time, and instantly, like I had this huge crush on him.
Her audio right there was just so natural.
Yeah.
It was so genuine. It was so just talking about how she really loved Josh, and it was so cute.
Yeah, and that comes from the interviews that we do.
Yeah.
When we come in and do the audio recording session before a wedding
You
for
used to
love
film-
letters and interviews.
You used to film that on the wedding day.
Right.
And then you started moving it to before the wedding even happens.
Yeah, back a while ago, we used to always try to be like, "Oh, you're doing letters, great, let's record it on the wedding day."
And then you have to schedule it into the day, and it's just one more thing to add, and then you have to have a really quiet area so that you don't get any noise in the background, and finally it's like, hey, what if we tried this? Like, yes, it's extra work, but I think it's going to be worth it, and it's just developed and gotten better and better, and that audio, it's so natural. It's
Yeah, because you're removed from the pressure of the wedding day.
Yeah.
And so it's like we're able to just kind of sit here in the studio and talk and just share the story, and it just makes for some
your real story.
great content for the wedding video.
Yeah.
Room. I was walking out. Once I saw her come in, it's kind of like everyone else just disappeared.
I love
All
this
saw
when
was
brides
her.
and grooms give each other gifts.
I don't know, I just
So
felt
cute.
like an instant connection with him. Like I was just
Oh, and pause right there. There's the title. We always try to grab the title from something that's said during the wedding. And usually it's the bride or groom, it's what something they say, but not always. And then there it was, of instant connection. And that was, again, a theme that you have to pick through the love letters to find. It's not just there. It's not just in the vows. It's not just a course. You know, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's really obvious. It's like, oh, you know, whether they had a hashtag or something that's like that.
Yeah, but usually we have to work for the titles.
Yeah. But they're so good.
Yeah. And one of the things too about their love letters, I always love, because we'll do the interviews separately, and so I'll bring the bride in, do hers, and I'll bring the groom and do it.
So they don't have to.
And I love to ask them the same questions and kind of hear like the same story from their perspective. So like we'll talk about when they first met, or maybe about the proposal. And I love hearing both sides, and then in editing. Like, it worked out perfectly in this film, where we were able to just kind of weave both of their sides of the story together. And it was like, I walked in, and I saw her, and I saw him.
And there was this instant connection, and I think they say that phrase. I think the father of the bride started with that, or I think it was brought up a couple times where they just instantly knew. They instantly saw each other. And
yeah, that concept.
Yeah.
So that's why I always love it when a story comes together like that.
Oh, I just get butterflies just thinking about it.
I was always told growing up, you know, when you
Nice
know, then
groom
you know.
shots there.
I never really know what that meant
So
until I met
slick.
Kristen.
So fun.
We talked about marriage and what we expect out of marriage.
It's so
Going into the
relaxing.
proposal,
It's
I felt
so
confident.
just their voice is just so silky. I don't know what the word is, but it's just
Yeah.
they're such good storytellers. It's like, yes, and you know, not everyone is, and that's fine. But when we do find a couple that just tells a story well, or that knows their story really well enough to articulate it well, I mean, when it makes it into film, it's just so,
Yeah.
it's so good.
We love a good story. Especially a love story.
Nice.
I remember how nervous Josh was. I had no idea what was going on.
Oh,
I
this
knew I
was
couldn't keep a secret from
Father of the
Kristen, so
Bride,
the day
first
that I
look?
got the ring would
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a cute moment that sometimes will
yeah,
happen on a
not
wedding
always,
day.
but
Yeah, where the father of the bride will come in and see the bride, kind of like how you a lot of times will do a first look with bride and groom.
right.
So it's always a fun moment.
Sometimes it's just so teary, and sometimes it's just so happy, and
Yeah.
you just never know. And it's just cute to get it on film, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
day that I had to ask her.
I
Such a
was just
good
like, yes,
day
like
with
I jumped
lighting.
up and down. I was like, yes,
Oh,
of
I love
course.
these. Oh, I love that. Little girls, little guys.
Oh man.
And this first look, you worked a couple times, didn't you?
We did.
You had it edited a certain way, and then you changed it, and you're like, that's not good enough. Like, you have all the same footage.
Right. There's just so many good moments in their first look.
What's hard to know is, like, you can edit it one way, and then you get it stuck in your brain. It's like, oh, well, this is the way it goes. But it's like, well, there's a lot of different ways to do this. You could put this shot first. You could put this shot first. And
Right.
yes, generally speaking, there's one order of things. She walks up and they say hello and blah, blah, blah. But just the way you edit and the angles that you choose say something. It's a lot.
It's like if we stay back in these wider shots, it's maybe not as emotional as when we're in the closer shots.
But if you're too close the whole time, then
Then
you
you
don't
just-
get to see the
Yeah.
moment up there alone.
Yeah. So it's fun to just work little segments like this sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it when a groom cries.
Watch the setup. I love seeing those setup shots of the vendors getting ready. And
So many
Here it
beautiful
comes,
flowers
the-
at
I
this
share
wedding.
the charge with
Yeah.
you. I want you to know how proud I am. I so believe in you two, and I believe that you two are going to go so far in
Oh,
your
I
marriage.
love
The
this
way
so
you love the
much.
Lord and the way that you love another.
And the
is
groom
contagious.
crying. Love when the groom
Yes.
cries. She's like just excited. And
Yeah. Love to see a groom cry.
yeah, those smiles so good.
Yeah. So much happiness. It's fun.
To see your passion for each other. I, Joshua, take you, Kristen,
Hi, Joshua. Take
Love
me,
their
Kristen.
wedding arch.
be my
Oh my
wedding wife.
goodness,
To
those
be my wedding wife.
florals.
From this day
so
forward.
pretty.
From this day forward,
I love you, Kristen,
I love you, Kristen.
and it is through this love
Always try to
And
include
it's
like the
through this
live
love
music,
that I
not
promise before
necessarily
God.
the audio
That I
of
promise
it,
before God.
but at least a little bit of something
Yeah.
from that. Of here's what happened during the ceremony, just to remember.
Yeah. Especially if it's someone important to
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's always fun.
to attend to your needs
To attend to your needs
and to love you with all of my heart
and to love you with all of my heart
for the rest of my
Oh.
life.
for the rest of my life.
I now pronounce that Joshua and Kristen are husband and wife. Joshua, you may now kiss your bride.
Again, the music was huge on that, just culminating the climax to hit the moment in the right moment. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, wait. And you gotta know, where do I put what scene goes on that moment.
Right. As we structure a film, that's one of the things that we have to look at is
Yeah.
trying to figure out, okay, what are the big swells and the climaxes and the beats and the music, and sometimes it's even taking a piece of the song that's not like the main climax of the song, but making it into the
Yeah.
main climax by what you put there.
It's a transition, yeah.
So, yeah, but we love it when we can make everything fit so that like that you have that big just emotional wham,
and you almost don't even
music.
notice it because it's so clean. It just keeps rolling. It keeps the story moving forward. It keeps the film moving forward. And you just don't even notice it until you stop and pick it apart and analyze it. And you're like, oh, wow, there's a really big musical climax there. But it's a big emotional moment. And so it just goes together naturally. Of course, I couldn't imagine any other way. And so that's what's really cool.
Yeah, we love that.
And again, the lighting wasn't perfect coming back out.
Yeah.
But it told the story. Now the lighting's gorgeous. And it's okay to include shots like that. So lots of couple time. Didn't you have a lot of couple time for this one?
Yeah, we were able to have a lot of time.
The golden hour was...
for sunset pictures.
Yeah.
And I mean, I always tell people, do sunset pictures. It is the most gorgeous light of the day.
You don't have to bring in lighting usually for that.
I mean, like, look at this. It looks great.
It's just the natural.
Yeah, it's so soft. It's so flattering. It's a beautiful light. And then everything around you looks great.
Yes, yeah.
So it just makes everything look so good.
So if you're thinking about it, do sunset photos and video.
Yes.
And it's nice to have enough time to do photos and a little bit of just video segments of...
Yeah, 5 minutes is not enough time.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of time with Josh and Kristin.
I love this shot of the two of them just smiling and laughing together. It's so cute. And I think we grabbed this clip and extended it on our social media just to see, like, look at this sweet moment. And only like half a second or 1 second made it in the highlight, but so cute. There's so much more behind the scenes and so much more in the raw footage that is just wow. Or the feature film. That you can include.
This reception was gorgeous. Yeah. There's so many flowers, and just the florals were beautiful.
Look at all the pin lighting, or the spot lighting. What do they call it? The spot lighting.
Yeah.
And it's just everywhere around the room. You've got drapes around for the walls just to close it in and more luxury feeling. Yeah. You've got the white dance floor. And look, you have to watch for the white dance floor as you see. And later on, he'll light it up and, you know, when they're dancing and stuff. But
I mean, look at the chairs around the tables. Just every little detail is in place. So it just all works together.
Beautiful place settings and table arrangements.
Yeah. Just makes it beautiful.
I love
I could see the way that Joshua looked at Kristin. It was more than a look. It was love. When they held hands, it was more than a touch. It was an embrace.
He's got tears in his eyes. He totally has tears. I love
it. Lots of tears. Happy tears.
See right there. Such a clean look. Wow, that is so pretty.
I loved this shot. I'm always I love trying to get these close-up gimbal shots. We're spinning around. It just looks so romantic.
And I see it, and I like how, I think it's so cute. Josh is so much taller than her, and she's just looking up to him just like starry-eyed. I just love that. It's so cute. That's why I like the shot. Oh, I love it. Okay, now the lighting changed to blue in that shot. So pretty.
Yeah.
As I got to know Josh, I realized he was just as amazing as Kristin is. You guys complement each other in the most amazing way possible. Josh would do anything just to see her smile. And the moment she walks in a room,
that is so cute.
His eyes just light up.
Oh, I saw more tears there.
Oh yeah, tears.
Oh my goodness, the goosebumps.
Regardless of our last names, Josh and I are brothers. And I couldn't be happier than to witness him today as he married the woman he loves. Josh has been wrapped around her finger since day one.
Aww. I love these toasts that just really talk about
he has given nothing less than his full love for her every day.
Oh, look at that. So pretty. Now the party got started.
Everybody had so much fun dancing at this wedding. Yeah. Great dance floor. DJ.
And again, this dance floor is lit right now, right?
Yeah, so
you bring in lighting.
Yes. I mean, the DJ's done all the uplighting around the
Yeah.
room, so all the blue and stuff on the walls, but we're lighting the actual floor.
And you'll
so,
turn it on and off at different points.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't leave it on the whole time.
And it's pretty dim. I mean, if you look at this, our lighting is pretty dim. It's not interfering at all with the experience.
And it's not on camera where it's right in your face.
Yeah.
So it's on stands far away.
But it looks beautiful.
Yeah. So many dance shots. Two of them having fun.
Yeah. Their sparkler exit was beautiful too. They had so many sparklers and they had everybody
look
come
at
line
this.
up.
Like, look at
It's
this.
a lot of
You
people.
have 2 really long lines. Everyone has sparklers. And it was obviously well planned because it's not like their sparklers are just about finished. You know, I mean, it's really like coordinated very well on the timing of this. But yeah, that's what happens when you have a lot of people there, still there for your sparkler exit. You get that look. And I like the way too, like even here, if you look really closely, it's almost like they kind of made it's not just a straight line.
Yeah.
It's almost like they kind of made a little circle there at the end. So
it's widened
surrounded
out.
by family. It's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice when it's a little widened out because then they're not like directly under sparklers. Like
the bride and groom and photographer and videographer.
Yeah, they're all like, don't burn us.
Yeah.
So
but yeah,
fun.
so cute. Oh my goodness. And then we're here to credits.
Wow.
I love this. Stop. If you want to go back, I love this invitation suite. I like just including one more shot of that. It was so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so pretty. It was just so artistically laid out. I love it when the coordinator or the designer, wedding planner is able to help with that, or a photographer, and they'll set it out pretty, and then Josh just says, "Come and make a video." Like, yeah, I'll just grab a shot of that. You know, and it's so pretty. Yeah. Because that way he doesn't have to sit there and think about doing it. Because it's hard to get everything all in one spot on the wedding day because you're doing so many different things. So it's always nice when you have a coordinator or a planner or a designer who's able to do that for you.
Yeah.
So just the details.
Yep.
Lots of details here. Just more shots of the bridal party. Almost like the behind the scenes. I love this.
Yeah. Yeah, we had actually brought all the guys outside to do preparations because the lighting, they had a big group, number one, and number two, the lighting inside of the locker room wasn't very good.
For the guys, yeah.
Yeah, and we started to bring a light in, and it was like, okay, we can light it, but it's still we're just all crammed in this little area. I'm like, let's just go outside. And it looks so
It's easier
much
for
better.
guys to just pick up and move, probably.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's great. And then you've got is this father of the bride?
Yeah, father of the bride.
And then all the brides.
And all the groomsmen.
All the groomsmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just helping each other get ready.
Yeah.
It just makes for a great moment.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got your cast and your crew and everybody and all the groomsmen, all the bridesmaids listed. Father of the groom, mother of the groom, father of the bride, mother of the bride. That's really fun to include all those too.
Yeah. They had a good sized bridal party too.
Yeah. A lot of people to coordinate.
Yeah. Fun to get all that lined up.
Photographer. Oh, and the kids. We love the kids. A little twirl at the end. So cute.
And this is just one more shot that just kind of showed off the beauty of the reception. And they actually had the couple come in and do like a reception reveal.
Yeah.
And so this was a shot from that where they got to come in and see the whole thing before the guests.
You really have to plan that in the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't just happen.
Yeah. But it's always a beautiful moment because it's like they've, put so much time and effort into planning this, and they get to come in and just see it.
Well, they've envisioned it for so long. I think this is what it's going to look like. I think that, and then they're getting ready all the morning. They don't get to see the final. And then usually they walk in and it's just a blur, and they're looking at all the people. They're not looking at how pretty it is. So, yeah. Like if you know, not everybody gets to do that and not everybody wants to do that, and that's fine. But if you do, it makes for a really pretty moment in the film.
It does. It does. So, that is another installment of our Director's Commentary series.